It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Cowboys and the Texans, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Houston. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 20 carries, 61 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. from the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now Lawrence. Got him in. It's Brown. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Now Lawrence to throw. Rolling to his right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They're going on fourth down. Lawrence. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The give is to Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On second down, Elliott once more. Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott is 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A handoff, Lindsay running left. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Osa Odighizuwa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now Brown. An 8-yard return there after the punt of 47. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure extra.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now Lawrence. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll try the left side with Lindsey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll give to Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 115 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence, a dump off to Elliott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, Cooper with a nice grab. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Watson's throw pulled in by Tate. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. We'll check on his status when we get back. Watson's throw here taken in by Cooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson finds the open target, Arnold. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he completes it to Tate. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. It's caught left side by Cooks. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. Derek Carr, strong in the victory, as his guys run their record to 10-4 now with 2 weeks to go. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Joe Mixon, a touchdown run in the victory. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week on definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And a big reason why they have this big lead, the running game. They're over 100 yards as a team, and it's been the catalyst for this offense. Meanwhile, for the Texans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something.
Touchdown, Texans! Dan Arnold, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Watson, off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. To try again after the sack. Watson, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Watson now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down throw, Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 143 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Lawrence. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown, Cowboys. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Watson. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air yet again, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you. And you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now here comes the Dallas defense as they work their way back onto the field. That interception the last go-around when they were out there, 4 turnovers now for this unit. Pretty impressive.
And how happy are they to actually run back on the field? Most of the time, defenses want to get off the field, but when you picked off 4 passes,
they want to stay out.
They want to stay out there and not just pad their stats, but really give themselves a game to remember and a game to play off of the rest of the season.
And they'll be looking for turnover number 5 now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Watson looks to throw again. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that's complete to Cooks. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off into 4th. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. Still going. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
On the tackle there, Lonnie Johnson.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy was going to in the 3rd row.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Samuels again. Able to bust through the tackle, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. With it is Brown. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there, with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Caught right side, Tate. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.